They called him a warrior. Empires stood before Persians. Armies built. But then came Khalid. Did defeat ever found him? At Uhud, he changed the course of Islam.
They called him unstoppable, a warrior so feared that armies trembled at the mention of his name. The Byzantine Empire feared him, the Persian Empire respected him, and history would remember him by a title no commander had ever received before, the Sword of Allah. This is the story of Khalid ibn al-Walid, the undefeated commander who changed the course of history. Before he became a hero of Islam, Khalid was one of its fiercest enemies. Born into the powerful tribe of Quraysh in Mecca, Khalid grew up surrounded by warriors. From a young age, he mastered horse riding, sword fighting, and military strategy. War was not something he learned later in life. It was part of his nature. Even as a young man, people noticed something extraordinary about him. Khalid understood battle differently. Where others saw chaos, he saw patterns. Where others reacted emotionally, he calculated patiently. Then came the Battle of Uhud. It was here that Khalid displayed the genius that would later shake empires. As the Muslim archers left their assigned positions, Khalid saw what others missed: an opening. He led a cavalry maneuver so precise and devastating that the momentum of the battle changed instantly. He had not embraced Islam yet, but destiny was already preparing him. Years passed. Inside Khalid, something began to change. He watched Islam continue to grow. He observed the character of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The truth he once fought against began pulling at his heart. Eventually, Khalid accepted Islam, and history changed forever. The man who once fought against Muslims became one of Islam's strongest defenders. When Prophet Muhammad saw Khalid's brilliance, he gave him a title that would echo through centuries: Saifullah, the Sword of Allah. Soon came one of the greatest tests of Khalid's life, the Battle of Mu'tah. The Muslim army faced a force far larger than itself. Roman and allied forces stood before them in overwhelming numbers. The odds were terrifying. Then disaster struck. One commander fell, then another, then another. 3 great commanders were martyred. Fear spread across the battlefield. Defeat seemed certain. The Muslim army was surrounded. Chaos grew. Then Khalid took command. In a moment when panic could destroy everything, he remained calm. He reorganized the army with incredible speed. He shifted formations. He changed positions. He used deception so effectively that the enemy believed reinforcements had arrived. What looked like certain destruction became survival. What seemed like total defeat became a strategic withdrawal. Thousands of lives were saved. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Arabia faced rebellion. Several tribes abandoned Islam. False prophets emerged. The young Muslim state was under threat. Again, Khalid was called. This became the Ridda Wars. Khalid moved with unmatched speed and precision, crushing rebellions and restoring unity to Arabia. Beyond Arabia stood 2 superpowers, the Persian Empire, the Byzantine Empire. These were global powers with vast wealth, trained armies, and generations of military experience. Few believed the Muslims could challenge them, but Khalid did not fear numbers. He feared only failure in duty. Then came the battle that defined his legacy, Yarmouk, one of the greatest battles in history. Before Khalid stood the mighty Byzantine army. Massive formations stretched across the horizon. Heavy cavalry, elite infantry, warriors trained for decades. The enemy believed victory was inevitable, but Khalid understood something they did not. Battles are not won by numbers alone. They are won by discipline, strategy, morale, and leadership. When battle began, the earth shook with violence. Steel clashed against steel. Dust filled the air. Wave after wave of attacks came. But Khalid adapted constantly. He moved cavalry with stunning precision. He reinforced weak lines at perfect moments. He exploited enemy mistakes instantly. Then came the decisive strikes. Byzantine formations began to break. Order turned into confusion. Confidence turned into panic. The mighty empire